Let's start by thinking about what the dip means. The dip refers to that urge we have to reach for our device when we hear a sound or we have the thought that there might be something waiting for us. And usually that's triggered by a sound or even the sight of our computer or our phone. So the video on thedip.com explains exactly how that urge is created and why it produces dips in our mood where we don't feel so good and hits where we really do feel good. And we want to keep in mind different ways that social media and games can produce those hits and dips when we make decisions about what screen time rules we should put in place for term 2. So here are a few tips that follow from our approach. First of all, if you have a partner, it is time to make sure you're both completely on side with what you're planning to do. Secondly, you do need to understand the personality of your child and the needs of each child separately. Don't forget that devices are connecting us to the outside world, and they're really important for the emotional adjustment of your children and of us. And plus, they keep us up to date. So we need to think about the device use that is taking place after school time and not when homework is being completed. We suggest that you spend time negotiating with your family, and family problem solving has been something that many families have embraced and come to the other side of in the last 5 to 6 weeks. So how do you make decisions about what you're going to do in the evening? Which television shows are you going to watch together? Which are going to be kept for watching privately? Are you going to play a board game? Are you all coming to dinner at the same time? Those sorts of questions are hopefully places that you have worked through being able to obtain everyone's opinion and come to some way of resolving what your intentions are as a family. And we want you to encourage to continue with that type of approach now when you're setting new boundaries for term 2. We do recommend that you limit access to gaming and that you think about the variables that affect your child's gaming. They might be things like whether the Xbox is sitting in the room during lessons. They might be where you decide to have an Xbox, whether you're willing to take a cord away or another gaming device. Think about the number of waking hours that your child has during the day that don't include school time, and work backwards and negotiate with them about what is reasonable to be spending with exercise, with non-school work activities, and with the family. Every family will be different in what they come up with on that front. Limit screen use right before bed. Usually an hour is a good time to say no more screen use. If you're a parent, try not to reach for your phone during a meal and establish that practice. It's very easy for the practices that we set up before COVID came in to slip now that we're all stuck in close quarters. There should be no videoing of siblings at all. This is particularly an issue when siblings are arguing. There's nothing more unpleasant than having a video taken when you're losing it. So react to this very strongly and take away the person's phone or whatever device they've used if they video a sibling immediately, and keep it removed for a decent period of time so that your child realizes that that is just not on. Don't beat yourself up about any aspect of what you decide to do for the first few days. If things slip and you have setbacks, don't get upset with yourself. We're all learning and we need to be kind to ourselves in this time. But that's where our support group is really important in terms of airing what you find works and what you find doesn't work. Finally, remember to watch your own use of your screens. If you're a parent that's working hard and is feeling really stressed, then it's going to be really easy for you to slip into the addictive nature of your phone and to be using it to manage your emotions. Make sure that you take time when your kids are there to have your phone completely switched off all notifications off, have your computer away so you're not continually dragged into it, and your kids can count on you having some attention for them at that time. Try out non-screen activities, even things in the kitchen. They might not be things you will find enthralling, but just make sure that's what you're doing while your kids are around, rather than feeling completely drawn in and consumed by your own phone. Our kids do need to know we're available for them at least 30% of the time, and they need to feel that they can get our full attention when they want it some of the time. Keep in mind that we need to stay playful. We need to keep eye contact with our kids, and in order to keep good relationships, we've got to spend some time one-on-one with each child. I know people will already be doing this and taking on these principles, so this vlog is a reminder. You may just spur you on with some ideas to start off with for week 1. And I look forward to you sharing with you Dr. Anna McKinnon's video with the second steps tomorrow. Thank you.